Hi everyone, thanks for joining us for GutCheck's latest Voices of Experience. We're excited to have Kirby Thornton from Empower Media Marketing here with us today. He'll be sharing his approach to research, using technology and tools, and his thoughts on the future of research. Thanks for joining us, Kirby. Why don't you start by telling us a little bit more about Empower and your role there?
Thanks, Heather. Empower is a full-service media agency. We're based out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Some of our larger brands include U.S. Bank, Meyer, as well as Bush Brothers. We help clients communicate not only to consumers, but also with consumers through a variety of online and offline media channels. I am the Director of Consumer Insights here at Empower. Decision Sciences is really a forward-focused research and analytics department. We execute the latest in proprietary, custom, as well as syndicated research on behalf of our clients. We consist of consumer insights, which is an area that I am a part of, as well as media analytics, digital analytics, and application development.
Okay, great. So you've been doing research for quite some time. I think that'll be a good segue into our first question. Are there tools that you're using today that are different from ones you may have used a couple of years ago? Meaning, are there new ways that you're approaching research?
Yeah, so I think that one of the major differences than just over a couple of years ago is the idea that you no longer are relying on one large, massive study to go out and learn everything you need to know about your business. You have smaller, iterative steps in the process. In fact, we think of it really as laying a foundation of ongoing research that informs the brand. So instead of, again, that major study, you have smaller studies that are fielded every few weeks to every few months, depending on the business need, that really bring home the insights. They can help not only address the question of the day, but they can provide a longitudinal view of the business that can really help move things forward.
Are there particular tools or channels that you use when you're doing qualitative and quantitative research?
Really, the common theme across all of our clients is that they require insights, and those insights have to be driven by research, by data, by innovation, and really by custom solutions. So the approach that we have at Empower is that we really try to stay platform agnostic. We aren't committed to necessarily one particular research company, but what we try to do is maintain relationships with a number of different providers so that we can really fit the project to the provider.
So what types of projects are a good fit for GutCheck's tools?
One of the things that I really like about using GutCheck is the fact that they do have flexibility, and they provide not only one-on-one interviews, but also have access to panels. So I get to decide what makes most sense for my project. Is it one-on-one interviews? Maybe it's a sensitive topic and I want to stay really focused on the one-on-ones. Maybe I just need to get some broad overview and to get a general direction for how moms think about a particular issue. A panel research might be perfect for that. It might not only save my client money, provide greater insight, but it also might cut the time that I need to spend on analysis for that. So I really like the flexibility that GutCheck brings to Empower.
Okay, that's good information for our listeners. Let's shift gears a little. As you look into the future, how do you see the world of research changing?
Yeah, I'm really fascinated with the impact that big data is having on our business. My company is focusing more resources on web, media analytics, data mining to really help solve our clients' problems. Having done a good deal of direct marketing in my past, I know just how impactful the role of data can be in response marketing. But what we're now beginning to see is the impact that it can have across business. And that's really exciting to me. What I'm focused on is really how do we integrate insights from consumers into that process. So data is great, and sales data is really a gold mine, but there needs to be more. We need to understand how the consumer interacts with companies. We need to understand the relationship that the consumer has to the brand, and that needs to be evident in these databases and large data sets as well. And to me, that's the exciting thing about integrating big data with consumer insights and the role that it can have moving business forward.
I'd agree, that's exciting. Now, are there any channels in particular that you're finding really beneficial when you want to do your research?
The world of social has impacted everything. In particular, it's impacting our business around this topic of social TV. So social TV is, we're finding, a real important measurement of social engagement around television programming. So we're looking at ways to really add that into how we recommend television programs to our clients. No longer is it enough just to have a high rating. We really look for programs that have not only a high rating, but also strong social engagement. We want consumers to be talking about a program. We want them to be actively engaged in the social space, talking about that night's episode, and we want them ultimately to be engaged with the brands that are advertising on a particular program.
Wow, that provides more visibility into consumer opinions than ever before. So with all the new technology and methodologies emerging, what's the role of traditional research?
I do feel like traditional research is still important. I think that it has a role, particularly for larger brands. But what I've seen in the past is not really a trade-off between conducting very large studies and conducting smaller studies. What I've seen is a trade-off of really not conducting any research versus being able to conduct some less expensive research and kind of at those integral points along the way in business decision-making.
Ah, okay. So that's great news for brands and companies of all sizes. Well, thanks for sharing your knowledge with us today, Kirby. We do appreciate it. And I think our listeners have some great takeaways. And thanks to all of you for joining us. We'll catch you for the next Voices of Experience, brought to you by GutCheck.